You know, there's nothing compared to the feel of having a wheel in your hand, you know, going down the road. Either way, you have a destination or if you don't, you just really feel connected with the car.
It's a 1966 Mustang Coupe. It was my mom's back in the 80s, and they parked it in 1989, and it sat there for about 30 years until my grandpa and I pulled it out.
So naturally, my love was for muscle cars. Knew I wanted something with an American V8, and I bought a 2009 Pontiac G8 GT with a 6-liter V8 making about 360 to the crank. So this is Cars and Country, and this is who we are and what we do.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jay York, and I'm the newest member of Cars and Country. I mainly help out with making the YouTube videos for our channel. I'm currently employed as a CNC operator full-time in the automotive industry. My passion for cars grew a lot after high school. After I started college, I met people like Andrew and Harris who really have a whole different group of people introduced to me. I like late models, tuners, muscle cars, pickup trucks, diesels, the classics, basically anything with wheels I really like. I drive a 2016 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 2LT Z71. It's an extended cab, 4-wheel drive, short bed V8 pickup. Chevrolet really has this truck dialed in. You know, it drives like a car, but it looks all American. It's a great looking truck in my opinion. It's got a 5.3 liter L83 V8 that puts out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. It's got a 6-speed automatic transmission, a 308 rear gear set, and I really like this truck. In particular, there's really something special about this truck behind me. See, it was my first new vehicle ever, and it was the first pickup truck I ever had. I had always wanted one since before I could talk. I seen them, my brothers drive them, my dad drive them, and I really just wanted a pickup truck back in high school. So this has been a lifetime goal of mine. And what really makes this truck special is that, you know, I've bugged my dad for years about trying to get me a truck, and he'd always say, just be patient, the time's coming. And sure enough, it did. Right before I turned 19 years old, I have a full-time job, make my own money, but the problem is I didn't have any established credit. So Dad agreed to try and co-sign for me. But in fact, all the odds were against us because I'd only been on my full-time job for 3 months, and like I said, I had no established credit. So when we walked into the dealership, it really was a blessing from God that I did get this pickup truck. And because my dad got to help me, I think it really made him happy to see me happy. He sees that I love this truck, I enjoy it with my friends, and I don't think anything else makes him happier than to see me out enjoying life, doing what I'm doing, and doing what makes me happy. And, you know, Dad helping me co-sign on this truck, you know, I think it's really strengthened our relationship. I really love the automotive industry because, you know, we take something that we take to work every day, or it's just a simple mode of transportation, and then we customize them to what we like. You know, it's really a form of art. It's really unique, and I don't think any other artwork really compares to this, and it's really something special, and I'm glad to be a part of it through Cars and Country.
Hey guys, my name is Harris Warwick, and I am one of the photographers of Cars and Country. I'm currently a student at Clemson University studying mechanical engineering. Andrew and I had the idea for Cars and Country about a year ago. Mainly it's just an Instagram page with car pictures of our cars and other people's cars and maybe some videos. We didn't know it would, or we didn't plan on it growing into YouTube or anything like that. My passion for cars started about 6 years ago with my first car, which is this one behind me. It's a 1966 Mustang Coupe. It was my mom's back in the 80s, and they parked it in 1989, and it sat there for about 30 years until my grandpa and I pulled it out. I wouldn't stop bugging my parents and my grandparents about it because I was about to get my license and I wanted my first car, but we pulled this out of the barn that it was sitting in and took it to my grandparents' house and parked it in my grandpa's barn, and we started the restoration in the summer of 2011, I think, and it's just been ongoing ever since. I like driving because it's a good stress reliever for me. I go to school at Clemson, like I said earlier, and after like a hard class, they're all kind of hard. After a class or something, or a test, I just kind of go drive to just release some stress. This is a blast to drive, but once I graduate college, I plan to buy a brand new Mustang or something more reliable than this, preferably fast, because this is not the fastest car. But I plan to keep this car and maybe one day drop a V8 in it and probably a 5-speed transmission. It's a good car. It's mechanically sound now, but it just has a couple things that happen to it every now and then. My passion for cars keeps on growing every day, and with my mechanical engineering degree, I plan to work for Roush or some racing company down in Mooresville, which is real close to where I live, maybe designing cars or building engines or something like that. It's good to be a part of Cars and Country because it helps me meet new people like all the guys I met at Clemson that have a passion for cars as well, and it's just fun to be a part of making these movies and videos and pictures and stuff like that, showing off our cars. The guy behind the camera wants me to recognize him. Jay York and Andrew Parker, shout out to them. They're my co-workers in Cars and Country. So yeah, it's fun to be a part of.
Hey guys, my name's Andrew Parker, and I'm the one who does all the editing and the filming for Cars and Country. So I have a full-time job in the automotive industry as a maintenance technician apprentice, and I also go to school full-time. I had the idea for Cars and Country about a year ago with Harris when we started doing car photography for our own cars and for other people's cars. We started an Instagram page, and then I didn't know if we would ever really do video, but when I went to go look at a new camera and I bought a Canon T5i, I decided to buy a mic with it and try videos. I first started out doing little slider videos with other people's cars that I still do, and now we just do full-time YouTube videos as well. So I started getting into watching YouTube videos with guys like That Dude in Blue and TJ Hunt and Street Speed 717 and Guitar Mageddon ZL1 and all those guys, and they really inspired me to start making videos. And I bought the equipment online and had it shipped to my house and just started playing around with it. I haven't had any really schooling or teaching for film, but it's just a hobby. And if our page really doesn't go anywhere, then that's fine, but I'd like to see it go somewhere. But mostly we do this for ourselves, and it's the way we like to do it, and we will always do it for ourselves. We don't plan to get in it for any kind of money or anything. We like filming, we love cars, and this is just a great way to share our passion together. My passion for cars began when I was a little kid, and I go over to my grandparents' house and go in his garage, and he had a 68 GTO under a cover that he was restoring, and I always go and lift the cover and sit in the car and pretend I was driving, and that really got my passion going for cars. I remember turning 16 and getting my driver's license and getting my very first car and driving down the road by myself. That was an experience. Then I remember about 2 years ago when I'd asked my grandpa if he could teach me stick in the GTO. I was scared to death, and we pulled it out in a big field, and I dropped the clutch and I stalled the car. I stalled the car over and over again, and it took a long time, but I finally got used to driving it, and now I can take it out when I want, and it's something that I always cherish. I remember my first time going for a ride in the GTO with my grandpa. It was when the car wasn't together yet, and there were still some interior pieces missing, and it wasn't running great, but it's the best time of my life, climbing in that GTO and going down the road with my grandpa. It's something he'd worked on for a long time, and it was an accomplishment for him, and I was so excited to be in that car. So naturally, my love was for muscle cars. Since the GTO, I knew I wanted something with an American V8, and particularly a GM car, because our family is big on GM and never liked Ford, even though now I'm a big fan of Ford as well. I couldn't be happier with my choice of cars. I bought a 2009 Pontiac G8 GT with a 6-liter V8 making about 360 to the crank. It's got the V8 motor from the Corvette, and I've just got an exhaust button on it, and it roars down the road. I couldn't be happier with it. Here lately, my knowledge of cars has grown, and I've really started looking more into the tuner and the import world, and I've broadened my horizons on what kind of cars I like. Although my passion for American muscle has always been evident, I would still own a Supra or a 240 or something with an import motor. And driving for me is an escape from reality. It's nice to get in my car after a long, stressful week and just go for a drive. I can have the worst day of my life and come home and drive 10 minutes down the road in this thing, and I'll feel worlds better. That's where my passion for cars really is the love of driving and meeting new people in the car culture. I can't wait to see where this goes, and if it goes somewhere, that's awesome, but if it doesn't, that's fine too. So this is who we are and what we do, and you'll be seeing a lot more for us lately. I'm trying to set a schedule out and hopefully getting a video out every 2 weeks. So that's the plan for now. Not sure how it's going to work. We'll let you know. Just stay tuned and subscribe and like and follow. Thanks.